And welcome to the third in a series of tutorials on how to Throne Kingdom at War. Well, let's start off here with a little housekeeping. Um, get caught up, maybe review some things like chat, main chat. Again, that's everybody in your kingdom, and be careful of what you read there. Order chat, that's only available when you're in an order, and it's for your group. If you're in an order, I suggest you kind of live in that chat because it's very important. That's where everybody communicates. The tools in the game are kind of limited. There's no group communications. It's either all or nothing or individual. No copy and paste, so it can be challenging to communicate. Anyways, people need help, so I'm going to go ahead and do some helps. If you're looking at the bottom of the screen, you can see I'm getting 10 points every time I do that. Those are personal points we can spend in the order store. You can do 100 a day and get points. After 100, you're still helping your people, but you don't get the points. The number of helps you can get is limited by your palace size. My building has gotten the most number of helps. My study has still more room for help. In preparation for doing some other things, I'm going to recall my troops that are yielding, which is the official term for gaining resources from a square. I'm going to go ahead and recall them because I won't be able to relocate my city if I have reinforcements out or I'm yielding. Both my hero and my Inquisitor happen to be with the group to help speed them up, so I need to recall them, bring them home before I can use them for anything. Now, this is the result of the yield, 99,000. These are the level of troops used. Sometimes you'll get a special item when you do that. So, they're on their way home. You can see the red footsteps pointing in the direction the troops are going. If you see gray footsteps, there's somebody else. And if you see them going to an unprotected city, I suggest following them back to the source. It could be an incoming attack. Okay, so while we're waiting for this, what else can we do? We're going to flip back into the town view because I know I have errands to do. Again, my VIP status is active and I have a high enough level that I can auto-complete these. Basically, you start it, they finish, so you get the right pace. You can just click right through them. I have quests going right now. One is simples, and the other is rares. One is a weekly, one's a monthly. So collecting as many of these as possible is a good thing. So I'm flipping through these for a second. Get them done and move on to the next thing. And these do add up because you complete those quests. The quest gives you good items you don't have to spend gold or money on, and that's a good thing. So at the end of this, just be aware the game is set up to make you want to spend money. It will make you wait to do things, so patience is a virtue. If you cannot spend money, then don't worry about it. Just realize it's going to take time, and you just have to wait. If you can spend a little bit of money, I suggest you budget so you don't spend too much, because this will really trigger your OCD, and you'll just want to spend. Okay, anyways, Marty here, notice he was asking for more silver. Now you give resources to other folks in your order by using your port. See, port. And we find Marty here. He's hiding in the list somewhere, I'm sure. He never goes away, so I know he's here. Did he somehow get back up into the counselors? Nope. Alright. So he's further down the list. Oh, hey, look at that. Search. So let's use it. Marty. Hey, found him. Okay, Mighty asks for silver. So let's send him some silver. Alright, see if he's paying attention. How much silver do you need? He never specifies the amount. So we'll see if he answers. Okay, we're looking at our basic city here. Just to review, our infirmary, you see that icon, it says we have troops for resurrection. They can last 7 days in the infirmary before they disappear. If you pick them, you will see how much gold they cost to resurrect. Not willing to spend it right now, so we'll leave them. I wanted to show something very important about the troops. We started off, you saw I was yielding some resources. And I read somewhere that level 1 troops were very good for having around as meat shield and collecting resources. Well, let's look at how good they are at collecting resources. Now, you notice I clicked on the icon and it shows the value of the items. So it gets a bonus against spearmen and ranged units, but it's weak against cavalry and knights. Okay, here is some very important things. The speed, how much food per hour each one needs, and a very important one, capacity. That is how much resources can a unit carry. So you see that the siege equipment was at 11.3.4. The next one, and I know this because I did the research, is the striker at 10.1. Then I think we get down to the militia 7.6, the slinger 8.8, so the slinger would be third, then the militia, and of course the cavalry is last. So if you're building troops to carry stuff, make it the siege equipment. Now informers, notice 0 capacity, but they're kind of fast. Those are your spies, so they're not going to do anything except spy. Just to compare, you'll see that because we're going up tiers, you'll think, well, the abilities go up, and they do. Percentages will be the same, but attack, defense, health, speed changes, the food consumption goes up, but look at that capacity, 50 instead of, what, 11? Okay, so when you want to check out your troops, that's the screen to see what they can do. The training shows what's being trained and how long it takes to train it. And you can boost it. And notice I got a little flashing treasure, so let me go pick up the money. Oops, I hit claim before it showed up. 80 gold. Hey, all gold's useful. That timer will increase as you collect them during the day. Okay, let's see what's next. So we've looked at the troops. And remember that this is the building that's being built. The study you won't see. You know the errands. What quests are we on? Personal terms, you notice the, so I said simple errand is a weekly bonus, and the rare right now is a monthly. So those quests are going on. Alright, now, I showed you an army, and you figure, what is an army for? Well, it's kind of natural. Army is for fighting. So, what can you fight? Well, there's 3 things that you can fight in this world. Your army, with the hero, Inquisitor, and a cardinal if you're high enough, can fight other players and other players' armies. And there's 2 ways that can happen. You either attack a city, or you attack an army that's out gathering resources. Now, here's an example of places where resources are being collected, but they're members of my order, so I can't attack them. And in this game, it's kind of taboo to attack other players collecting resources. I don't know why it ended up being taboo. It's hard enough to find people to attack, but it is. So if you do it, expect wrath from other players and other orders, all-out war, getting picked on forever, being an outcast, you know, just minor little things. So I don't recommend doing it. So the trick here is, if you want to attack somebody, is to find somebody who is doesn't have a shield on. Well, yeah, that's that blue bubble. When that shield is up, you can't do anything with them. You can't attack them, you can't be nice to them. Well, you could be nice to them, but the point is, if you want to find somebody to attack, you got to find somebody without protection. Unfortunately, you see a few people in our order that don't have protection, and they draw other players from in to attack. Okay, well, it's pretty simple. In order to attack somebody, you just click on them, and you got these buttons. Because it's less than a level 6, I wouldn't get any resources if I attacked. And to attack, I have to drop my shields. So, okay, well this is just warning me I'm not going to get anything, so I can demonstrate how to set it up. Let's just send everything I got at it. It'll show you that my hero's involved, my current Inquisitors involved, all the different troops that I have, starting with the level 1 tier 1s and then up to the tier 4s. If I send them, it'll take 1 minute and 41 seconds to get there. And this is saying, hey, wait a minute, you got your shields on. If you attack them, you're going to drop your shield. So you know what? I'm not going to ascend the attack right now. Later, when we get into advanced stuff, I'll show you how to really attack a city. For the moment, let's get into heroes by themselves and Inquisitors. So let's go into our city and look at the hero. So we're going to go to the manor. And here's our hero. Now, very important concept. This is the screen, the hero screen, where you will update the skills from. Now, the skills, oh boy, those are handled by different points. So, as you gain a level, you get skill points. You take your skill points and you distribute them. Now, we have 3 tabs here. I haven't made elite yet, so I can't show you that. But I'm going to show you assailants here. And as you can see, it's pretty limited, not too many of them. And what these things do is they're kind of self-explanatory. It's easier to defend a weak and a low-spirit enemy, so it reduces the assailant's defense. Hero stamina restoration speeds up the recovery of your own stamina. Hero uses stamina when it attacks. Economy means it uses less stamina for the same attack, meaning you're more efficient. Second wind means you have more stamina points available to you. Hero's fury increases his skill in offense, and enhanced attack increases the number of attacks in this area that inflict bonus damage. Woo. And the way we're going to end up doing this, that's critical. So I have 5 points. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add 2 points. No. Make it 3 points. Let's go ahead and we're going to do all 5 points here. Fill that baby up because in a series of attacks, you get a bigger bonus. And it's probably the most useful thing here. So let's fill that one up first. We have 16 of the standard skill points, the main skills as it is, here. And you're going to look at this and go, wait a minute. Why is only half the screen in use? Look at that. All these, and those look like fighting skills, aren't being used, but all these guys over here got points on them. Well, when you look at this, this is your building, your resource, your studying. This makes you more efficient in your infrastructure and your economy. This is why we have hero profiles. There's so many choices that you have that actually benefit you to have different flavors of your hero available. Now, I'm going to go ahead and knowing, hey, this is my builder. His job is to run my economy as efficiently as possible because he's who I use most of the time. So I'm going to distribute my points over here. And I'm going to give him a point there. And you'll see, well, hey, what do I need to get this next one? Well, you got to have 10 treasury. So I go, you know what? That's cool. Let me do 10. So take it up to level 10. And then, see, 10 out of 30. 30 being the max number of points. And all of a sudden that guy lights up. And I can add a few more points. So let's try starting with 5. Is that enough? No, that's not enough to get the next one. So, let's check it. See what it says. It says, Hey, you need 10. Alright, so let's go back and we'll add 10. Descriptions up here, so take time, read your descriptions. I'm not going to spend your time right now by doing the descriptions. Trust me, you need to do it. Okay, all the points have been assigned. Since I went up a level, I got my extra points, I assigned them to skills. Now what do? Well, I'm going to save it under a profile, but let's cover a couple of other things first. Over here, these are how many experience points you have and how many you need to get to the next level. Okay, this guy over here is your stamina. My base stamina is 1,345, but I have 3,953? Wait a minute. That doesn't seem to work. How can I have more stamina than my base? Well, the way this game is set up, you can overload your stamina, meaning, build it up. It's like carbing up for a marathon. You eat 10 pounds of spaghetti and, you don't die, but it all turns into energy and you're ready to go. And so you do that using items. Well, let's see here. Let me spend a few. Spend 5 of them. 10,000. Alright, 10,000. See that? Alright, now my stamina is way up there. It is 13,953. You can go all the way up to 50,000 points if you want to. Okay, you can change the name. You can change its look. And this is important because you can see what bonuses you have. Notice all the fighting ones are next to nothing, but all the economic ones are off the charts. Look at that. Pre-construction speed up, 81%. Woo! 311% food production. Alright, that's because he's focused on building. Well, we better make sure that we've saved that update. So we're going to go to the profile screen. It's a lot easier to work with this once it's already in action than it is when you first start up. And because it's already in action, it's kind of difficult to explain, but I'll give it a try, see if you can pick it up. Now, this guy right here represents this guy. This is where you update the points. This is where you have a button that says reset skills. You do that, it's going to flip you back over here, take you to the skills, and you're going to reset them. And it'll cost you money to do that. I mean gold or an item to do that. But you go, well, wait a minute. I'm using profiles. Which profile is active? Well, here, this profile is active. Notice the red button's grayed out. It's got this flag over here helps you. Now, we did spend the skill points already, but it's still showing that they're available because what I haven't done yet is replace the existing profile. So all the updates I just did are now saved into that profile slot. This one. Notice how the available skill points went? Because I spent them, but I haven't saved them into the profile. So now I just saved them into the profile. But let's go back for a minute because we didn't touch upon the weapons or the helmets. And this is the equipment you make in your workshop, and we can go look at that. And this is either in the workshop or here, you can equip your hero with that equipment. And when you get into the equipment, you'll notice it's either focused on economic stuff or fighting stuff. Maybe it's got a little both. So depending on how you want to do your hero, you can have extreme builder, extreme fighter, you can have a mixture. When you start off early in the game, you're going to have kind of a general hero. Because you have to use what's called save points, which you may not have to begin with, and you may not want to spend them. And you spend skill points to open these slots in order to have different profiles. You notice I have builder, fighter. Okay, we've gone over the builder and what it's for. So, yeah, I think it's time. I could show you how to fight too. So let's go ahead and activate the other profile. Okay. Now, in this case, I ran out of items to do it for free, so it's 2K gold to do this. So you got to be serious. It's worth it, only if you have the money. So if you don't have gold, and you want to save your gold for doing inaccessibility for defense, you may not be ready for this. But if you've built up gold and you're serious about wanting to become better at what you do, then you're going to use profiles. Alright, now I've loaded up my fighter version. I have different equipment, which is more focused on fighting skills. Spearman, range, defense, enhanced defense, marching speed. All the stuff that's used in battle. Notice I have a rare gem, which adds a category and gives a bigger bonus. Okay, so you're going to want to check and see. One of these, this guy's good for fighter, and this guy is good for the builder. So they have different weapons. Same is true of each one of these categories. They're all basically the same in terms of having bonuses to help you do certain things. Okay, now, on this side, since it's a different profile, I need to go distribute points. And you're going, well, wait a minute, why do I still have some of these things over here? Well, I'll tell you. Because by the time I got into building a profile, I decided, well, it's not worth spending the money to redistribute the points. Maybe I'll do it in the future. So that's where I started from over here. I had a mixture on both sides. And then moving forward, I just kept adding all my new points to the fighting side. So let's see where we're at. Oh, look at that. We're way down here. Look at all these points. Woo! Okay, so scout defense. Let's go ahead and take it up to 5. Jump over here, ranged health. Everything seems to be at 5 to get to the next one. And I am kind of spreading it out instead of focusing on filling out the lower levels completely. I'm kind of adding just enough to keep going and getting to the next unit. At some point, I'll want to go back and fill them out. Maybe when I get to the bottom, then go back and fill them up. Or you can just fill up from the bottom and keep going out. Going to have some specialists join our team to help us figure out the best way to do it. But I just want to show you how to use the screens so that you can use the profiles. Now, what I found is since the builder and the fighter are both going to be fighting assailants, pretty much you're going to end up with the same basic idea. Since I didn't reset skills on this guy, I had focused on the number of stamina points. That's before I got all the items for giving me stamina back. So that's why I got my second wind higher on this one. Though I could do a reset, that costs money. So well, I'll go ahead and keep it. Alright. Since we've now updated this profile, notice we're on the center screen. Now we'll go back to the profile screen, say, hey, this is the active profile. What's on this guy, which is really this guy. I will now save here. See, the replace. It's active because there were points or maybe the equipment changed. And now I've saved it back. So I've got the two profiles. If I want my builder, I'll activate it, and then this guy flips over to the builder, or I'll stay on the fighter, where this guy's now the fighter, so that, and you can go here and see it's still Baldwin, but the profile name is Baldwin the Fighter. Love it, huh? Okay, so let me try to go over this concept again to make sure it sinks in. When you're starting off, you're going to have your first hero. You'll be putting in your points. You're going to live over here to begin with, assign them equipment. Then you get to a point where, hey, I want to have a builder. I want to have a fighter. So you spend save points. You open up 2 slots. It doesn't do any good just to open up 1. It's a waste of money. Not really going to do you anything. So you open up 2. Then you say, okay, what is this guy going to be? It's going to be your fighter. Reset the skills. Reset skills. Alright. Distribute all your skills into fighting. Ooh, this side. Boom. All these guys, right? Get this set. No elite yet. Go back to the profile and say, I got my fighter. I'm going to hit that button and replace it. Now, you notice replace is grayed out because we've already updated, we've already replaced it. So, okay, I've now created my builder by taking my original hero, resetting. Then I've already opened the slot. That one's going to be activated. I replace it. Now I'm done. Now, to go and do the second one, you have to activate it, and I'm not going to do it because it's going to cost me 2k gold. But you would activate reset skills because you're still looking at your build, the fighter you just built, so you got to reset the skills. Now you go in, you do all these economic ones. Boom, you do that side of the board. Make sure your assailant screen is the way you want it. Go back to heroes, and then replace. So, starting with your basic hero, open up 2 slots, reset your skills, save it into the first one, the one that's activated. Boom. Finish it, make sure it's all nice. Hit replace, so it updates. Now you go to the other profile, hit activate, go hit your reset skills, build the other version of your hero, come back to that slot, hit replace. Now you've got 2 versions. Alright, that is how you build profiles and flip back and forth. So I have the fighter ready to go. We can fight. Woohoo! Alright, so let's fight something. But let's not take the whole army, let's just do an assailant. Ooh, nice. Okay, let me find an assailant. Now I want a level 4 assailant because they're give the most points, and since we got tournaments going on, I need points. So using my outpost through the Watchman, I'm going to say assailants, level 4. Let's see, they're all 100%, at least the close ones. Good, fine, no worries. Alright, so it's at, notice I clicked on the coordinates. Yes, I want to go there. And there he is.